All right, well, I thought I'd show you Chip's farm in Midsummer. You know, we're looking north here towards Gettysburg. Gettysburg's about 15 miles away. Chip's house is actually in Pennsylvania, and most of the farm is in Maryland. Now we're looking west towards the South Mountains. Over there in the middle of the image is where Chip has his soybeans and his melons. And now we're going to move facing south, and that's where the cornfield is. And next to it is the farm that has the horses that I showed you earlier. And now we'll move a little bit more towards the east. We're facing east, and that's where all the vegetables are. You know, like the cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers. And that field is actually, in that field is a marker from the Mason-Dixon line put there in the 1700s. Well, here we are. It's early in the morning, and the guys are off to start to pick corn. Chip's driving the tractor, and we've got Eric, Chris, and Ray heading out there to do a day's work. Right now, they're going to go up the road a little bit and take a left. Now you can see their tractor going down the side there. This is the main field. This year it's all corn. And right here is the multicolored corn. And in the other fields that I show you, and farther back in this field, are the yellow sweet corn. Now we're over in the western field. This is the field that's got the melons. Right there is a bumblebee hive. Carvel bought some because my beehive out here passed away this spring. Bumblebees, they need the bees to pollinate the crops. Looking north here, we see soybeans, then we have cantaloupes. In the field, there are multiple varieties of watermelons, seedless, sweet, well, they're all sweet. And there are more watermelons over there in that other field right next to there. So you can see things have really progressed since the last time I was out here. These are all melons. Now we're in the field that faces south. I kind of flew this drone up over the stream. I couldn't walk through the stream, too hard to get to. And this field is all corn. Last year they had some vegetables out there, but they decided to make it all corn this year. You have to switch around, you know, crops. You can't have the same crop all the time. That's why I couldn't walk across there. It's a pretty good sized stream here. So this is looking south. You can see half the corn has already been picked. At least half the corn in this field has already been picked. They still have another 50 or 60 days of the stand being open. Last year out here we had peppers down there to the right. This year it's all corn. You can see where half of the corn has been picked. And they've got a fence around here. You can't really pick out the fence, but they've got an electrical fence around this field to try to keep the deer out. There's the neighbor's farm. You can see their horses out there now. If you remember earlier, there were no horses out there in this field, but everything's nice and green and the horses are happy getting all the grass they want. Now we're looking towards the east, and this is where they had the vegetables. This is where they've got the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the peppers, the onions, the okra. You name it, they've got it out there. They got yellow squash, they've got zucchini. And so they have to go across the stream to get to this field. They come out here every day and pick whatever they need to pick and then bring it back and we wash it up and we crate it. You can see the guys This is how they have to pick the corn. It's all done by hand. They hop off the wagon, fill up baskets full of corn, and then fill those beans with the bins with the corn, and take it down to the stand. Earlier today, on this day, Carvel also went up to the auction to sell off corn at the Amish auction. So corn's picked, and now it's time to head back to the stand. Actually, head back towards the work area. It eventually will make it to the stand. But before they go back to crate everything up, they've got to go to the house, and in the house, down in the basement, is where you store things that have been picked the day before. You'll find the cucumbers down there, peppers, zucchini, squash, onions, potatoes are all stored in the basement of the house. And then after everything's loaded up on the wagon, we come back and wash things up. And here are the guys. Now I just have to show you this. You ought to see how I get on this wagon. I kind of like crawl up there on my hands and knees. But Ray, he just hops up. I had to ask him to do it one more time just so we could see how that happens. I mean, look at this. This is what youth is all about. In this next image, you can see Mary Ann's over there by the water trough. That's where we wash the vegetables. We wash them there. And also there's a grading line that we also wash them. This last little video, I just wanted to show you what happens when you forget to turn off the video. The drone is landed. I forgot to turn off the video. And here comes Patch coming around probably to tell me what an idiot I am for leaving the video on. All right, guys, that's about it. Catch you later.